For over a century, one waterway has shaped global trade, the Panama Canal. Stretching across the narrowest part of Central America, this iconic passageway has become a symbol of human ingenuity and determination. Its story is one of vision, struggle, and transformation, impacting not just Panama, but the entire world. This engineering marvel cut a continent in two, transforming how goods move worldwide. By connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, it created a shortcut that forever changed the flow of international commerce. Before the canal, ships from New York to San Francisco had to brave the long, perilous route around South America. A journey that took weeks or even months, often through treacherous waters like Cape Horn, where storms and unpredictable currents threatened every voyage. The canal changed everything, slashing nearly 8,000 miles off the trip and linking the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Suddenly, distant markets became accessible, and the world felt smaller, more connected than ever before. Its construction was a feat of ambition and sacrifice, costing billions and thousands of lives. Workers from around the globe toiled in harsh conditions, battling disease, landslides, and relentless heat to carve a path through the jungle and rock. When it opened in 1914, it symbolized American power and ingenuity, giving the U.S. immense strategic and economic influence. The canal quickly became a vital link for military and commercial ships, cementing America's role as a global superpower. For decades, control of the canal meant control over a vital artery of the global economy. Whoever held the canal could shape the movement of goods and the balance of power between nations. Even after Panama took over in 1999, the canal's importance never faded. The handover marked a new era, with Panama taking pride in managing this international lifeline. Today, thousands of ships carrying oil, grain, cars, and electronics pass through each year, fueling Panama's economy and global trade. The canal remains a bustling corridor, essential for the movement of goods between continents. But the world is changing. Ships are bigger, trade routes are shifting, and new powers are rising. The demands on the canal are greater than ever, and competition is fierce as nations seek faster, more efficient ways to move their goods. The Panama Canal faces new challenges as demand grows and its limits are tested. Recent expansions have allowed larger ships to pass, but questions remain about the canal's future capacity and its ability to adapt to a rapidly evolving world. Now, the story of Central American canals is expanding beyond Panama. As global trade continues to grow, new routes and possibilities are being explored in the region. A bold new project is emerging just north, in Nicaragua. The world watches closely, wondering if this new canal could one day rival Panama's legacy and reshape the future of global trade. As the Panama Canal cemented its legacy as a marvel of engineering and a linchpin of global commerce, its success inspired bold ambitions elsewhere in Central America. In the early 2010s, Nicaragua unveiled an audacious plan, backed by significant Chinese investment, to build a canal even bigger and more ambitious than Panama's. The vision was staggering: a 173-mile waterway more than 3 times the length of Panama's, cutting through the heart of Nicaragua from the Caribbean Sea to the Pacific Ocean. This route would traverse lakes, rivers, and untouched forests, forever altering the country's landscape. This wasn't just a canal, it was a mega-project designed to reshape global shipping routes, offering an alternative to the crowded Panama Canal and promising to handle the world's largest ships. The plans were sweeping. They included 2 massive deep-water ports on either coast, a brand new international airport to boost connectivity, and sprawling free trade zones to attract global business. There were also proposals for luxury tourist resorts and new infrastructure, aiming to create an entire economic ecosystem that would transform Nicaragua's economy and image. The ultimate goal was clear: to turn Nicaragua into a pivotal player in global trade, fueled by billions in foreign capital and investment, and to lift the nation out of poverty. The driving force behind this vision was the Hong Kong-Nicaragua Canal Development Group, or HKND, a little-known company led by Chinese businessman Wang Jing, promising to deliver on this grand dream. In 2013, after months of negotiations, Nicaragua's government granted HKND exclusive rights to build and operate the canal and its associated projects for up to 100 years, a deal unprecedented in the country's history. This agreement effectively handed control of a vast and strategic national asset to a foreign company for a century, raising both hopes and concerns among Nicaraguans and international observers. The stage was set for a project that could redefine the region's future, bringing prosperity and modernization, or become a cautionary tale of overreach and lost opportunity. The world watched with anticipation and skepticism as Nicaragua gambled its future on this colossal, high-stakes dream. The Nicaraguan canal's price tag $50 billion, over 4 times Nicaragua's annual GDP. The plan called for moving more earth than any project in history, enough to bury Manhattan under 10 feet of dirt. The canal would be up to 520 meters wide and 30 meters deep, built for ships too large for Panama's expanded locks. Tens of thousands of workers and cutting-edge technology would be needed. Beyond the canal, the project included state-of-the-art ports, industrial parks, an airport, and new infrastructure. Supporters saw it as a shortcut to prosperity, promising jobs and a new economic destiny. The government promoted it as a path out of poverty and into the global spotlight, but the risks were just as massive: environmental damage, social upheaval, and loss of sovereignty. Critics warned the dream could become a giant-sized problem. The stakes for Nicaragua and the world were enormous. Behind the HKND group, many saw China's strategic ambitions. The canal fit China's Belt and Road Initiative, extending its influence into America's backyard. For China, controlling a new canal meant securing trade routes and reducing reliance on US-influenced choke points. It was a geopolitical statement, a Chinese economic and strategic footprint in the Western Hemisphere. The canal could reroute global trade, benefiting Chinese exports and South American raw materials bound for Asia. Granting a century-long concession to a Chinese company marked a major shift in regional power. For China, the canal was about more than commerce. It was about moving the center of global power. The financial cost paled in comparison to the strategic prize. The Nicaraguan canal proposal ignited a fierce rivalry with Panama's long-established shipping route, setting the stage for a dramatic contest in Central America. For over a century, Panama had enjoyed a near monopoly on shipping between the Atlantic and Pacific. But Nicaragua's ambitious plan promised to handle the world's largest ships, vessels so massive that even Panama's expanded locks couldn't accommodate them. This bold vision threatened to upend the balance of maritime power in the region. In 2016, Panama doubled its canal's capacity with a major expansion, allowing more and larger ships to pass through. Yet, despite these improvements, strict size limits remain, leaving the door open for a new competitor. Nicaragua's canal aimed to leapfrog Panama entirely, offering a route for the titans of the sea, ships that could carry more cargo than ever before, potentially transforming global shipping routes. Water supply quickly became another battleground. Panama's canal depends on freshwater lakes, which are increasingly threatened by drought and climate change, while Nicaragua's plan was to draw from the vast Lake Nicaragua, the largest in Central America. Critics warned that tapping into Lake Nicaragua could endanger the region's largest freshwater source, putting local communities and unique wildlife at risk and sparking fierce environmental debates. In response, Panama invested heavily in water management and conservation projects, while Nicaragua's proposal continued to raise alarms among scientists and activists worldwide. The competition became a battle of proven reliability versus risky innovation, with each country vying to become the new gateway for global trade. The shipping world watched closely as industry leaders and governments debated which vision would ultimately shape the future of international commerce. The stakes were enormous: control over the arteries of global trade, and the power to influence the movement of goods across continents. The outcome of this rivalry would not only define the region's economic destiny, but also leave a lasting mark on the future of world trade. From the start, the Nicaraguan canal faced fierce criticism over its environmental and social impact. The route threatened rainforests, wetlands, and especially Lake Nicaragua, a vital freshwater source and unique ecosystem. Dredging risked irreversible damage, saltwater intrusion, and catastrophic spills. The canal's path would displace tens of thousands, uprooting rural and indigenous communities. Protests erupted as people fought for their land and rights. Many doubted the project's financial viability, questioning if there was enough demand for a second canal. The risk: a scarred landscape, displaced communities, and broken promises. Despite a grand groundbreaking in 2014, the Nicaraguan canal quickly stalled. Real construction never began, the promised jobs and machinery never arrived. The billionaire behind HKND lost much of his fortune, and funding dried up, offices closed, and the government grew silent as the project faded into limbo. Financial, environmental, and political obstacles proved insurmountable. Today the canal is widely seen as a dead dream, leaving behind controversy and mistrust. For those threatened with displacement, the stall brought relief but also uncertainty. The project remains a cautionary tale of ambition outpacing reality. Though dormant, the idea of a Nicaraguan canal still lingers. The forces behind it, China's rise, shifting trade, and Central America's strategic value, remain. The project's failure highlights the challenges of mega-projects. Economic, environmental, and social realities can't be ignored. If global dynamics shift, China could revive the canal, altering the balance of power in the Americas. The canal's legacy is a wake-up call about China's global ambitions and the limits of unchecked development. The future of a second canal is unwritten, tied to great power competition and the quest for faster, more efficient trade. For now, it stands as a monumental what if, a reminder that the map of the world is never truly finished.